God. Oh. If I had a more comfortable chair, I wouldn't be laying in the bed. Hey guys, if anybody can help us out any at all with anything towards the $43, it would definitely be appreciated. Thank you, Lauren. What's that, Mama Carla? I'm not for sure I'm with you on what you're meaning by that. Probably something simple. I'm just stressed and tired right now, and things ain't linking up in my head. Ow. Just pulled my own mustache. Remember the time we was babysitting Chastity? She reached up and got hold of my beard and pulled it real hard.
Mm-hmm.
And then called Daddy and apologized for all them years that I thought it was funny. Okay, guys. Oh, my ear is itching. I don't know if they would do that. You talking about like? Let me see if I understand exactly what you mean. Instead of paying tomorrow, ask them if they can just hold the car till Friday or pay it till Friday. Is that what you mean? Okay. Not for sure if they would do that. They was pretty rough one day about $4. So I was $4 short, and they was like, "We'll give you 15 minutes to come up with it." And I was just like, and it was just because there was a transfer fee there that I forgot from PayPal to mine, and it put me a little short. And they're thank you, Jeannie. But they're decent people. But they don't play about money. I can't talk bad about them. Like, if we have a problem, man, they're fast to fix it. You know, we need some housekeeping. We call down there and be like, "Hey, can we get this today?" And this, yeah, no problem. Something happens to the toilets, man, they're up here fast to fix it. Always talk to you, always cut up with you, but when it comes to that almighty dollar bill, you better have all 90 of them when you're there to Because I told him, I was like, man, I said, let me give you this 86 and I'll bring this forward right back in like 20 minutes. Let me run down the road and we'll go pick up $10 somebody owes me. And I'll be right back. Well, I'll give you a few minutes. Amber, a lot of times with the third party booking here, because we're from here, they always, we tried that with, who we tried that with Sleep In, third party booking. And when we got there, they was like, well, you're from here, so we charge an extra, extra deposit because you're from Dyersburg. And I'm just like, so we ended up not really saving any money. Guys, let me give y'all a new total. We are $23 away from being able to cover the room for tomorrow. I want to say thank you to who sent the 20. Good evening, Ray. How are you doing today? It did, Ray. It put us a lot closer. We're only $23 away now from being able to keep the hotel. Yeah, we've actually got two that are like $60 a night. But if you from here, won't rent to you. Got a big sign up on the door that says no locals. Bama girl, what was your other name? April Boy Mom or just Boy Mom? I have to look. I don't know why. Just Boy Mom? Okay, I will look. Okay, there's April. I will look into that. Okay, let me give Rebecca another update. We have exactly what we need.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Ray. Thank you, everybody else who helped. I know a lot of the ones who helped wants to be. They want to stay anonymous, and I understand why. I think y'all all can understand why. I know a lot of y'all get attacked for just being in here, so imagine how much someone gets attacked when they actually help. So, yeah. Hold on, I'm going to stick around for a few. I don't like just to. I don't want y'all to ever think like this. We come on here just to get money and leave. Like I don't want you guys to ever think that. I can't wait for the day we just can get on here. And thank you, Mama Carla. We're really, really hoping we can get a place of our own before too long. I'm hoping by the end of the year we're back standing on our own 2 feet and paying this help forward. Oh, okay, Boy Mom. I don't know.
What happened?
She got blocked a while ago. I'm not sure why. After seeing the picture, I'm like, well, she's been in here for a few nights. It's all good. Okay, so let me break everything down for everybody who doesn't know the story. That might have been taken as out of context or something. It might not. And that's the horrible thing about text. Could have been read. It could have been read a totally different way than it was meant. But I do have you unblocked. Shoot me a follow, and I will accept it. Yeah, it could have just been read wrong. How many times have we all gotten a text and we've read it wrong? And then by the time you talk to the person and you get it straightened out, you're just like, man, I read that so wrong. Like it was me and one of my best friends was almost fighting mad at each other because we was both reading the text wrong one time. Okay, well, let me get to this this ordeal. Okay. This is, I'm going to go back and tell the whole story here. This is how I got on the radar of awareness people. I borrowed $80 from somebody. And I've never not said this. I handled paying it back horribly. I've always taken accountability for I handled it on my end the worst way it could possibly be handled. I didn't pay her back in the time that I was supposed to have. I couldn't. It got to the point to where it was so many texts today about it, and I blocked them. I probably shouldn't have blocked them, but I did. It was every intention zone. I was just going to block them until I could pay them back. I borrowed $80. And then it was every intention zone. I was just going to block them until I could pay them back. Well, with that, she ran straight to every awareness person she could get a hold of to tell this story. The first one who contacted me was I'm That Brittany. Came right into the live, asked questions. I answered every question. At the end of by the time the end of that live was there, I'm That Brittany had spoke good about us. Had several other people in the live send her an amount of money that I don't know how much it was. And they was going to get together and order us some groceries because we didn't have groceries at the time. I think that was the main reason we needed a little help that day. So we didn't have groceries. One day was the room, but we was out of groceries. And she's like, look, I'm going to put in a grocery order for you guys. Hey, Miss Spicy. So they all rallied together, got us some groceries. Well, 2 days later, she posts a story about how I took advantage of this woman, and then I took advantage of her. It was like it just flipped a 180. Well, we went on through. The first person got paid back. We kept saying they didn't. And I'm like, oh, look, I paid it back. I don't, it is what it is. Well, we got into a tight, and I borrowed $70 from another woman. I had paid her back, I think 30. No, 25. I paid her back 25. I didn't get to pay it back the same day like I thought I was going to be able to. But as soon as I got my first check from McDonald's, the first thing I did was send her $25. And it was agreed that pay it back when you can. That was the agreement, but just pay me back something every paycheck. And I was like, okay, I'll pay you back something out of every paycheck. I just can't pay the whole thing at one time. McDonald's, I was making $10 an hour, and I was lucky if I was getting 20 hours a week. So, and they cost me my job at McDonald's. If I don't have money coming in, I can't pay someone back. So then awareness really got fired up on that. So that's how I've got into the cross eyes of awareness. Well, then all of a sudden, this Guardians of Valor send me a cease and desist letter about the two women, and the letter wasn't worth the ink it was wrote with or the paper it was wrote on. No legal head, nothing. You must contact me within 10 days, but didn't even give me a contact information to get a hold of them. Okay, Amber, I'll give you a second to come back. Hope I'm not freezing for anybody else. I'm on my Wi-Fi. He's like, well, we did that. You can borrow money on Cash App. But let me finish this story. I don't want to get sidetracked. I'm so easily sidetracked. Well, that letter came to us. Cease and desist. Don't talk about Janet or Josephine. Didn't give a last name. So I guess I can't talk about any Janet or any Josephine anywhere in this world. You must contact me within 10 days, and didn't have any contact information of who or how to even get a hold of anybody. And this is how, and listen, there's a lot of educated people in here tonight. They told me on a Tuesday or a Wednesday that I was served with this letter. It was hand delivered to me, but I wouldn't come to the door. So it wasn't hand delivered to me if I didn't open up the door and take it, right? But it was hand delivered because the Guardians of Valor said he paid a veteran of my local VFW to deliver this letter personally. I didn't get the letter. I went on there and said I didn't get the letter. They all called me a liar. The next day came by. I was like, I still don't have a letter. Oh, well, you wouldn't come to your door, so they left it at the front desk. I go to the front desk and ask them, hey, we ain't got nothing for you. Well, the next day come by. Still don't have nothing. Nothing at all. That Saturday finally gets there. Front desk calls me and says, hey, you've got a piece of mail up here. Whenever you're convenient, you stop by and grab it. I go up there and get it. And it's finally the letter from the Guardians of Valor that he paid somebody to hand deliver it to me, but it was mailed to me. So this is how they spun that. They just stopped saying it was hand delivered by a local member of the VFW. They just stopped that whole story and changed the story to, you got it in the mail on Wednesday. No, I didn't get it till Saturday. It was mailed out of Florida, but it was the return address had Florida on it. But it went through New York, was where it was stamped that it was mailed out of. The address on the envelope, if you put it in Google Earth, took you to an empty building. It had a big for release sign on the front of it. So I get that letter, thinking, okay, crock of shit. Somebody's just trying to blow smoke, feel like they're bigger than what they are. Well, apparently they've done some research, and they got the Emerald Inn, that's where we were staying, got their information, LLC name, numbers, all kinds of stuff, and send them a letter. They said they sent the letter for 2 weeks. I got to a point to where I'm like, they didn't send a letter. Well, I go to pay for another week of our room. And Sean over there, he goes, look, man, he said, I just got a letter in from a Guardians of Valor. And he shows it to me. He didn't let me read it. He just kind of showed it to me. And it said that I am an attorney and I am taking legal representation. And then that's all I got to read off of it. I could read it when he turned it around. But he goes, he's taking legal representation for these two women. And he's saying that you're using my Wi-Fi to scam people. He goes, and that has scared the people above me enough to where we're going to have to ask you to leave. But the same people who did that wouldn't even take credit for it. They try to blame it on us cooking in the room, which if you was on this live this afternoon, you heard the phone call between me and the manager of the Emerald Inn where he said it was nothing but the letter was the reason we had to leave. But now, and I haven't gotten the letter, but the whole letter is posted on Reddit that I know for sure. I don't know if it's posted anywhere on here yet about how I'm not taking him serious. I'm not keeping his name out of my mouth. And he is taking legal representation. And he's going to bring a civil case against me for these two women. And he's also going to sue me for his time, his traveling expenses to get here. Who the hell knows where he's coming from? Miami address, New York postage stamp. The last letter had a Washington address and a California postage stamp. But this letter hasn't been sent. It's just been posted. And talking about he's going to sue me for this, sue me for that, sue me for the $125 I owe these two women. And only thing I got to do is contact him and pay the two women back, and everything goes away. And again, nothing to contact with. There's no name on there. Not that I seen. So none of it sounds valid. They just scared the last owner at the hotel by putting all his information out there and scared him with legal tactics. You know, and that's the only thing they did. You know, you can't bring criminal charges against me for borrowing money from somebody and not paying it back in a timely manner. You know, exactly, it's a civil matter. But they did enough to scare that guy and got us kicked out. And then they had their big live about how we was kicked out and everything. And they laughed and they cut up about it. And then when we was able to get to another room, they was pissed. So, hey, Shelby, change your profile picture. But that's the whole ordeal with the letters. Our limit for Cash App to borrow right now is $150, and we have used that. We're paying that back, you know, with the payments you got set up. I've never gotten it up to $800 though, man. That would